Well, it's not completely finished, but it's getting. What I did is I trimmed this liner, and then I stitched it around here, and around here. And this is, of course, stitched on. After that, let's see now. What did I do? Oh, yeah. I made this inner piece, put a liner on that, got the other side of the magnetic closer, and then I ran a stitch line up and around here. And then I stitched the sides together. I've got these edges done. These edges are done. And right now what I need to do is to get some dye on these edges here so I can go ahead and take care of those. The way I do it is I take my dye, make sure I got the right one. Yep. Shake it up real good. Stick it in my clamp so as I don't knock it over. Oh, I gotta put my thing on. Here we go. And then I just use the cap and a brush to carefully touch this up. I'm going to go ahead and get that started now. Get a little bit of dye on it and just carefully touch up wherever it needs dye. I beveled these edges, so that's why there's no dye on them. Now, that's going to take a while because I have to be very careful doing this edge so it looks nice and neat. And between my wrist brace and putting my hand on the bench, that helps me to keep my right hand steady so I can do this. Now I'm going to continue with this and then let it dry, and we can go ahead and start burnishing that edge to make it look pretty, and I'll get back to you. Well, this is pretty much done. I got the edges dyed and burnished. Put some gum trag on it, burnished them out a little bit. Also did the edges around here. It's got the magnetic closer on it, pocket for the cell phone. Also, in the flap, there's a little pocket where you can keep, I don't know, business cards, maybe notes, shopping lists, keep some extra money in there, I don't know. But basically what I had to do is put a separate piece of leather on this side to hold the magnetic closure. Well, I decided just to leave the top open and then put a liner on it so it didn't, whatever you put in there didn't catch on the back of the magnetic closure. So I think it came out rather nice. Right now it's to the point of drying. I put a coat of pure Neatsfoot oil on it yesterday. I'd like to give that a couple days to dry. And then I'm going to put the Tan Kote on it. Put that on, buff it in, make it nice and pretty, and let that dry for a few days, and then off it goes. Now that this is done, for the most part, just need to let stuff dry. Came out pretty nice though. I might use that magnetic bag closer, pouch, clasp, I don't know, on something else. I kind of like that. It's not a snap. You don't have to put a whole lot of effort into snapping it. If you close it, you don't have to push it in and squash whatever it is you're closing it against. Anyway, now the next project I'm going to work on, turn my light on. I don't know if that's better or worse. Is a holster that I've been designing. This is my long-range project holster. I'm going to tweak this design a little bit and get to work on that. It's my between projects project. It's going to be well, it's going to be lined. It's going to be 7 ounces on the outside, 5 ounce leather on the inside, and I'm planning on putting a 9 ounce welt down the side here. It's going to have an open bottom. About that much is going to be open, and the belt loop is going to fold over and have a strap that goes across here, and it's going to have a hold down strap. So we'll see what I come up with on that. I've been debating about which color to what color to dye it. I've got my saddle tan, and I've got some of this chestnut highlight dye that really did a good job on this tooling. I think that looks pretty good. That's going to look really good once I buff out some Tan Kote on it. Got the Thunderbirds in the corners, and I got my little wolf paw. So that's that for that. Then we'll start on that.